Villagers, thank you for your love and support. I appreciate you all. All in all, the Savior, the Protector, the Unifier, the Messiah, the King of Kings, the most loved, General Abdurrahman Chiani, has officially spoken against Trumu, man, woman, that it is not welcome on the soil of Niger. So if you are a Nigerian living in Niger and you have that intention or you are already in that act, just hope that you will not be caught. Because according to him, we need to protect the family values. Niger has taken a major step in its legislation by criminalizing Trumu for the first time. The new criminal code provides for a sentence of up to 20 good years. When you are caught in the act, you will serve for 20 good years. So those of you in Niger, and you are into that act, just hope that you will not be caught too. Because when you are caught in the act, 20 good years in prison, especially for man, woman, you understand those ones. The Nigerian authorities are framing this reform within a stated desire to defend the country's social and cultural values. That they want to protect the African culture. It is not part of us. That even men are not doing that. So how can we, the human beings, be doing this in this 21st century? That we need to preserve our culture. Who are we as Africans? People are talking about how in the next 40 years, the whole world, wherever you move, you are going to be seeing Africans. Every 4 human beings will be African. Because they are aging, their people are not reproducing, and Africa is reproducing, so they are doing everything possible to shrink you. And Africans are always excited to join certain things. Those people who were into that were people maybe who came in contact with these people forcefully, ended up like that. That doesn't mean that your ancestors were like that. You get it? It's like the way some of us today decided to paint ourselves bleach, and then you want to wear Japanese and Korean hair, just look like that. Then finally, in the future, you tell us that this thing was part of African culture. It is never part of. You adapted it because you have a choice to decide whether you want to be part of it or not. So they are joining several African states that have recently strengthened these laws against Trumu.
Niger, homosexuality carries a prison sentence of up to 20 years. Yes, and a fine of 100 million CFA francs. That is, if you are homosexual in Niger, automatically you can get up to 20 years in prison and you will pay a fine of more than 100 million CFA francs. The voted on the code today, June 11, 2026. I'm giving you the information. Tell me if you agree in the comments and share the video.
Breaking news after Burkina Faso, Senegal. Ghana, this child around Niger, to vote one law that criminalizes, and this time with the penalties, the heaviest. LGBTQI relationships or relationships has more. The text specifies, among others, I write, any person who commits or attempts to commit one impudent act or against nature or practice, she lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, intersexual, maintains or attempts to maintain sexual relations with one person of the same sex is punishable by imprisonment from 5 years to less than 10 years. So they are not only punished, or they are punished like that, and will also have to pay one fine of 100,000 CFA francs, or about €150,000. And that's not all. At the same time, people who get married to persons of the same sex shall, running one sentence of 10 to 20 years in prison. And yes, it's huge, and it's not a gift at all. Then texts like this, laws like this are to be greeted. However, I keep ringing the alarm on the fact that it is also necessary to provide for penalties for persons, groups, media, companies that promote LGBTQ relationships more. because it starts there. If there is a media that makes propaganda of this kind of report, well, you should know that you will have one company LGBTQ thing. So when you provide for laws like this, well, we have to uproot the LGBTQ mentality. More than is not, I will not stop saying it. Who does not lead marches or African values at all. And whatever you tell me, in the comments, it's the truth. So tell me what you think. It's very important. But these governments are also thinking of criminalizing, or at least here is to hang, media groups like Canal Plus that often make in some of their content. Well, the promotion under the guise of gas here, of this kind of report that does not missing once again African values and completely destroys the company, yes, and family values, by the way.
They said the family values of Africans is very crucial to them. We must pass on this to our generations to come. We must reproduce because that is the purpose of us. Let's not allow things to destroy us. There are other countries that don't impose these things on them. Everything they give to us and preach to us, Africans hail it. Yet we are the people who are fighting for freedom. You want to be free, yet you don't want to uphold what makes you a people. This is not part of us. This is not who we are. Our values do not conform to theirs. We are not them and we can't be them. Why is it that they are not ready to accept, learn, or take anything from you? The education they've given you, the religion, is to just change you. Wash away everything that makes you. Africans are so excited just to be like other people. We are never ready to accept ourselves. But the leaders that we have right now are taking bold steps. Other people don't like it. But because they think that if they do it, they're going to receive sanction from whatever, you can't tell us that you're a Pan-African as a leader, yet you still buy into this idea of allowing these things into our society. Africans cannot always accept everything from other. Why are we not preserving who we are? Look at Koreans, look at Chinese, look at Russians. Everybody is who I am. But Africans are always watching everything because of what they claim. What civilization? When you have told them civilization, they now come back and tell you after learning from you that they are giving you civilization just by making sure they wash away your culture, take away your identity. What makes you a people is what they are taking away from you, and they claim they are giving you civilization, and we buy into that. And today we sit here and call our forefathers primitive, simple because they defended their culture, they defended their values. The same things they were claiming that our forefathers are into, they were equally doing that. But because the African do not want to broaden his or her horizon, we believe that they are the final sayer because they have always presented themselves this way. And that is why the president of Russia, Vladimir Putin, said these people are born to rule. That is the mentality they have. So the moment they are losing that grip of ruling people, you see that there's problem. So Africans are made to believe that they are the standard. So whatever decision that we will take, they must always have the final say. When it's not coming from them, the African, what do they say and not what do we say? So the leaders in Mali, Niger, and Burkina Faso are doing everything possible to send us back to our roots. And they are protecting the African culture because that is what makes us a people. That's who we are. It's like how we have these brothers and sisters in Africa speaking English because they think that they are modernized. Colonizing yourself the more, even in their absence, makes you a modernized person. Speaking English to your child at home makes you civilized. You are colonized to the highest level, yet you don't know. Be who you are. Be proud of who we are. We must preserve what makes us a people. our culture, our social values are the things. When they finish, they say they are teaching you religious and moral education. How do they teach that in school? When these things are given to us at home. So now, Burkina has done it. 20 good years. And there's even a fine. 100 million CFA franc. So just make sure you are not caught in the act. Because when you are caught in that act, when you are caught doing that trumu, maybe if you want to practice it, the people who love you so much and they said it's good. I think when you are here and you want to do that, they should just give you free visa. You go and stay there and do it. You understand? Because it is permitted on their land. But the same people that are championing this, you see that they are married, they have children, they have grandchildren. It's not everything that glitters. That is good. Love who you are. Love your African. And then you will be accepted the way you want to be accepted. We are the only ones that can set ourselves free. United we stand, divided we fall. And united we keep standing forever and ever. The greatest enemy of the African is mental slavery. So let's decolonize ourselves from mental slavery. Let's keep sharing to educate our brothers and sisters. Together we'll make Africa great for ourselves and the next generations that are going to come. So that's the latest around the world in Africa, West Africa, and in Niger.